Greetings, deep thinkers. It's always a pleasure to have you back. Today we dive into a topic that, while disturbing, has a strange grip on our collective curiosity: serial killers. Did you know that according to the FBI, only 1% of all murders are committed by serial killers? Yet, their deeds capture our attention and haunt our nightmares. Today, we delve into the chilling world of serial killers. Prepare for an enlightening yet spine-chilling journey. Ever wondered how a serial killer is born? It's not as clear-cut as you might think. In the realm of criminology, the age-old debate of nature versus nurture often arises. Is a serial killer born or made? The answer, as it turns out, isn't black and white. It's a complex interplay of both genetic predispositions and environmental influences. Let's look at the nature aspect first. Some research suggests that certain individuals may be genetically predisposed to violence. For instance, studies have found a correlation between the MAOA gene, often dubbed the warrior gene, and aggressive behavior. However, it's important to note that not everyone with this gene becomes a serial killer. It's like a piece of a puzzle, a potential risk factor but not a definitive cause. On the other side of the coin, we have the nurture argument. This focuses on the experiences and environment that shape an individual. Many serial killers have a history of childhood abuse, neglect, or trauma. Take the infamous case of Charles Manson. His mother was a criminal and he spent most of his early life in and out of correctional facilities. This lack of a stable, nurturing environment undoubtedly played a role in the monster he became. However, it's crucial to remember that many people endure terrible childhoods and do not become serial killers. So it's not about nature or nurture, but rather the unique mix of both in a person's life. There's also the role of psychological disorders. Many serial killers have been diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder, psychopathy, or narcissistic personality disorder. These conditions, often rooted in both genetics and environment, can contribute to their violent behavior. In essence, the birth of a serial killer is a complex process, a dangerous cocktail of genetics, upbringing, and mental health. It's a chilling reminder that monsters are not born. They are painstakingly crafted by a combination of nature and nurture. So it appears that both genetics and environment play a significant role in the making of a serial killer. But what signs should you look for? Serial killers, they could be anyone, they could be anywhere, but there are signs to look for. Now, we delve into the realm of identifying a serial killer. Not an easy task, mind you, as they often blend seamlessly into our society, hidden behind a facade of normalcy. However, there are common traits and characteristics that can serve as warning signals. Firstly, serial killers often possess a high intelligence quotient. They are cunning, manipulative, and adept at deception. Take, for instance, Ted Bundy, a charismatic law student who used his charm to lure unsuspecting victims. His intelligence allowed him to evade capture for years, leaving a trail of horror in his wake. Secondly, serial killers frequently exhibit antisocial behavior. They struggle to form genuine relationships, and often resort to cruelty towards animals or other people. This trait was evident in the case of Jeffrey Dahmer, who, as a child, had an unhealthy fascination with dissecting roadkill. A fascination with fire is another hallmark. Many serial killers have a history of arson or pyromania. There's a certain thrill they derive from the destruction and chaos that fire brings. Next, we have the trait of narcissism. Serial killers often have an inflated sense of self-worth and a lack of empathy for others. This allows them to view their victims as mere objects, devoid of feelings or worth. Finally, we must consider the McDonald triad, a set of 3 behaviors that are strongly associated with violent tendencies in adulthood: bedwetting past a certain age, cruelty towards animals, and arson. While not all serial killers show these signs, a significant number do. Remember, these traits alone do not make a serial killer. They are merely indicators, red flags that suggest a potential risk. Not everyone who exhibits these traits will become a serial killer, just as not every serial killer will exhibit all these traits. These traits are not definitive proof, but they can certainly raise red flags. Now let's delve deeper. Let's explore the mind of a serial killer. Our journey takes us to a landscape filled with shadows and enigmas, where logic intertwines with the illogical. This is the realm of the serial killer's psyche, a place where the ordinary rules of morality and reason do not apply. A serial killer's mind is often shaped by a twisted interpretation of reality. They may experience severe delusions, paranoia, and narcissism that disconnect them from the world as we know it. These are not mere cases of bad apples, but complex psychological conditions that need to be understood. Take the infamous Ted Bundy, for example. He was known for his charm and his intelligence, but beneath that facade, He harbored a monstrous appetite for violence. Bundy was a narcissist who viewed other people as objects for his gratification rather than as fellow human beings. His lack of empathy, combined with his insatiable need for control, drove him to commit heinous acts. Then there's the case of David Berkowitz, also known as Son of Sam. Berkowitz believed he was receiving orders to kill from a demon-possessed dog. His delusions led him to commit a series of murders in New York City during the late 70s. In some instances, serial killers exhibit traits of antisocial personality disorder, marked by blatant disregard for the rights of others, habitual lying, manipulation, and a lack of remorse for their actions. The infamous killer, John Wayne Gacy, who was known to have tortured and killed 33 young men, displayed such traits. But not all serial killers fit neatly into these categories. Some, like Dennis Rader, the BTK killer, led seemingly normal lives. He was a church leader, a Boy Scout troop leader, and a family man. Yet he harbored a dark secret life that involved the sadistic torture and murder of 10 people over a span of 17 years. There's also a common misconception that all serial killers are geniuses. While some, like Bundy, are highly intelligent, others have average or below average intelligence. Their ability to evade capture often has more to do with their cunning and manipulation skills than their intellect. It's crucial to remember that these are not just chilling tales, but real-life tragedies. Each of these killers left behind victims, families, and communities scarred by their actions. Understanding the psychological makeup of a serial killer does not excuse their actions, but it can provide valuable insights into prevention and early intervention. So, how can we utilize this knowledge to prevent such atrocities? By being vigilant, by recognizing the signs of psychological distress and seeking help for those in need, by promoting mental health awareness and educating ourselves and others about these complex issues. It's a dark and twisted journey into the mind of a serial killer, but understanding their mindset can help us prevent such atrocities. We've taken a chilling journey today, deep thinkers. We've explored the birth, identification, and mindset of a serial killer. We've delved into the abyss of the human mind, where dark impulses and chilling obsessions come to life. It's a journey that is both fascinating and terrifying, a journey into the unknown. We began by understanding the birth of a serial killer. We learned that it's not a simple case of nature versus nurture. It's a complex interplay of genetic factors, traumatic experiences, and societal influences that can twist and shape a mind towards a path of violence and destruction. We then moved on to identifying a serial killer. We discovered that they are not the monsters we imagine lurking in the shadows. They can be charming, intelligent, and seemingly normal individuals, blending seamlessly into society. They are masters of deception, hiding their dark desires beneath a veneer of normalcy. But beneath that mask, there lies a chilling reality. A lack of empathy, an obsession with control, and a history of cruelty are some of the telltale signs. From there, we ventured inside the mind of a serial killer. We saw the world through their eyes, a world distorted by their twisted desires. We learned that they see their victims not as people, but as objects to fulfill their dark fantasies. We discovered their distorted sense of morality, where they justify their actions and feel no remorse for their heinous deeds. This journey has been enlightening, but it's also a stark reminder of the darkness that can lurk within the human mind. By understanding the signs and the mindset of a serial killer, we can better prepare ourselves and our society to prevent such atrocities. Now it's your turn to engage, deep thinkers. Your perspective is invaluable. Your thoughts, ideas, and insights can help us delve even deeper into this complex and chilling subject. Don't just be a passive observer. Be a part of this conversation. Share your thoughts, ask questions, challenge ideas. And remember, this journey doesn't end here. There are countless mysteries of the human mind waiting to be explored. So, stay tuned for more enlightening discussions. Like this video if you found it interesting. Share it with your friends to spread awareness. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the human psyche. Remember, knowledge is power. By understanding the signs and the mindset of a serial killer, we can help prevent such atrocities. Now it's your turn to engage, deep thinkers. We want to hear your thoughts, like comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe for more enlightening discussions.